Baby. What's up there, Sunbro?
Hey, hey.
Sunbro, you want to see the progress I made on my Gundam?
You're gonna put it on your Twitch camera?
Oh,
webcam?
yeah, I'm gonna put on my Twitch camera.
Go ahead.
Oh, ooh, yeah, look at this. Look at this big, thick boy. There's so many decals. They're hard to see in this shitty camera, but you can see these like red marks. He's a big boy.
We're not doing Monster Hunter.
We did Monster Hunter 2 days in a row, so time for the 2 days of Rocket League. Angel doesn't have any late days this week unless things go awry.
Okay.
Just like last week. So I do have one of the days that could go awry on there, but I just kept the schedule the same as last week, so hoping to make everything easy on the schedule, and also hoping that Angel doesn't miss that day. One of those. I think it was Saturday. But what's up, Angel? How you doing?
How you doing? How are you doing, Ashton?
Oh, hold on. I'm enjoying this song. Hold on. I'm waiting. There's the song. It's a dubstep song, but it has horse clomps or whatever, which is weird.
Also, what flavor are we drinking today?
Listen to those horse.
I have never felt the urge to DM. That sounds like so much extra work.
Streaming's kind of DMing, isn't it?
It is not. It is a lot of work. That is not the same thing.
I'm pretty sure.
Hang on, let me check my list of things that are DMing. Nope, Twitch streaming's not on there.
Did you roll for initiative before you checked that?
Of course I did. Who do you think I am?
Oh.
I'm going for goalie. Ah, I didn't get there fast enough. You know, if you get the right set of players, I could see it being fun. But that's the same thing with every role-playing. You gotta have the right people. Even the role-playing in the bedroom, I would say, same rule.
Yeah,
you gotta have the right people.
Yeah, you can't just take anybody off the street. Just
Unless
snatch them
that
up.
person off the street is the right people.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, what are the chances of that? People who walk on streets are usually not the right people.
Yeah, disgusting. Teammate, you went for the wrong boost there, buddy.
What flavor are you drinking?
I'm drinking melon. But I'm not drinking the Bang energy drink today, because I don't know if it was the energy drink or the time fuck up, or like my body just confused because of my caffeine schedule's been still a little weird. But last night I didn't sleep very well, so
Oh, that sucks.
only slept like 5 hours.
Your body is not Reggie.
No, but it's not feeling too bad despite that.
I actually think the improv part would be the thing I'd be good at. I'm good at lying. I mean, coming up with stories. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I wouldn't be good at the improv part, I don't think. I mean, I can improv stuff, but not it doesn't necessarily make sense, you know? It'd be more lol random than it would be coherent. Wow, that boy.
And the goblin sticks the sword up your butt.
Up your butt!
Up your butt! I'm the DM. I can do what I want. You make that bumped.
Ah, I tried to hit him early. He was doing a little goof flutter.
Yeah, the people that are like actually good at improv, how do you? I know you can take classes, but it blows my mind that you can like train for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a learnable skill. But I mean, I guess if you practice anything, you'll eventually get good at it. There's like, just seems kind of weird, I guess.
I think I'm decent at improving stuff when I'm playing video games, but I have a medium in which I can, like...
At improving what?
Stupid bullshit stories, potentially.
So like stuff for comedy's sake, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I think Angel's talking about...
oh yeah.
Right. I just think that's two like separate skills. Like I think just making jokes in general is a form of kind of improv comedy, and I would say both you guys are good at that. But you know, coming up with like stories that fit inside a world that you guys have already created narratively is really interesting.
Yeah, that's a tough
and
one.
something that it's something I think I would actually be pretty good at.
Oops.
But I don't think I would enjoy, unless it was people I was like already friends with or something, or just people that were really good. I don't think I would enjoy doing that for other people.
The like coherent storylines in a world, boy. That's something I wish I was better at. My little brain world that I have doesn't necessarily have a cohesive, coherent storyline. It's just kind of like I think this happened. Well, I think it'd be cool. Maybe I guess if this happened.
I don't know what teammate's doing. Okay, there he is.
Oh,
That was the corner I was going for, but I thought either it would go in or you would have a shot at it, but it just... Nicely done, teammate. Yeah, I wish I would have tried when I had friends around me that were experienced DMs and good friends that I'm comfortable with. You know, my worlds have a story, just maybe small side stories. They just kind of exist in a vacuum.
yeah.
I used to have a lot more detailed stuff back in the day. I don't have time anymore. I used to have like entire narrative arcs of like a season of anime, basically, going on in my head. So, you know, English major. What a surprise. Oh, that could have been the tie. What? Stories are great.
I'm also bad with like coming up with characters in the stories. I'm out of boost.
I think that's why they have people like roll for their characters in D&D, but I can't stand that. Like, I want to have control over what my character is going to be like. I hate the idea of it being random.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't quite understand why it would be random.
Pre-written stories you can follow, but all the details and how you lead. Yeah, I think it's cool that they've got those books that kind of have like a framework for a story. But I think if I was a DM, I would probably toss that aside. That would be the part I would really enjoy, is crafting storylines. What I wouldn't enjoy is like maintaining schedules with everyone and like finding people that work well together. Yeah, talking to people. Ugh, gross. And just like some of the minutia, like managing hit points and all that shit. So I think Roll20 does a good job of cleaning a lot of that up, so it's not such a burden. But still, it's like you have to explain a bunch of rules to people and stuff, and it's just a lot of work. I don't want to have to do all the prep during the week. My friend was a fantastic GM. He was the one that was thinking of doing voice work, so his characters were awesome. He always had great voices for them, but we're not friends anymore, so fuck that.
Oh, that's not what I wanted with that. Oh no, I'm out of boost. Oh no, I'm still out of boost. Oh no, I got boost. Yeah, good luck, dude. Defense! No! I even went early for that. God damn it.
It's cool that you'd be good with voices. Yeah, that I would have a real hard time remembering how I did the voice for a character the next time. And even my buddy who was good with voices had that happen to him. Like if it was a character that we hadn't seen in a while, and it's like, oh, so now he's Jamaican all of a sudden. Last time he was British. It's like, shut up! I don't remember how I formed that voice last time. It was great giving him shit for it though.
I was like that during Octopath.
Oh yeah.
Damn, these guys are fucking aggressive as shit.
Yeah, we are spending the entire time defending right now. Oh god, I don't have boost for that. Come on, teammate, we need a good clear.
Blast it out. Damn it. Where's the guy back? We're both attacking it, yeah. Put in the air a little bit longer. Oh,
It's coming straight
that's
out.
Not good. Nice.
Nice.
I didn't have boost, so I couldn't do anything.
Jeez, they really keep up the pressure. God damn.
Yeah. Teammate! Yes. Games like Octopath would help me a lot because all those little clips where they speak. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's clips that they speak, but I don't try to imitate their voices. I gave them their own.
Yeah, it's when you come up with a voice that you can. No, god damn it. A voice that you can do.
I tried to redirect that. Because I liked giving them more their own voice. That's it.
Yeah, taste of your own medicine, all that pressure. Yeah, I'm not great at accents.
I wish I was. Man, I really wish I was good at accents. That's one of my things. Because you could just create character that is accent man. At least for like my video game like stuff.
I think when it comes to DMing, you have to, instead of leaning on your voice work, you have to, maybe give the character some kind of unique tick. Like maybe they like smoke on a pipe or something, or they're constantly like they got like shifty eyes because they're nervous or something. You got to give something else to give them some character, even if their voices sound similar. Let the players do some of the imagining.
Okay, that was your boost. Yeah, with like video game, all the visuals are up to like the screen. So like the characters already have a tick probably in the game or some sort of feature. But normally you're voicing NPCs and non-important characters. Double commit.
You got that?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Be compelled to put too much effort into the visuals. Yeah, it depends on the group you have. Like, we liked having lots of visual explanations. But I can see how some people are just like, let me play the. Let me hit something with my sword. Those people are the worst. The ones that just want to do combat. Like they're looking every interaction. They're just looking for how to get into a fight. No, it's not out of the woods yet.
I'm like that in a lot of video games.
Well, yeah, I don't care if you like that video.
Just like fucking, yeah, I get it. World building. Just, let me hit something.
That's why you don't go to like tabletop RPGs. Though.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what an easy shot. Look at this. Over that guy. Over that guy. It's just not even the best shot.
That is kind of neat that you're like an artist, so you could actually draw the characters in your head. Because my buddy would just spend hours searching up pictures, so he had like tons of reference material to pull up on Roll20. Even if he had to invent the character on the fly, he just had folders of characters ready to go. But that's pretty cool that if you've got something in your head, you can actually draw it for people. That's neat.
Another person added me to their auto host list. Who the hell?
There's so many cool things in my head that I'd love for other people to see. Like my dick. No one gets to see that.
Not even you, because it's so small.
I wish I could see it.
Fuck! Shut!
Oh, it's so easy. What's the matter, you? I actually watched the entire episode of John Oliver. I think the YouTube one only does like the ending, like the main story for his episodes, but I assume it was like just the robocalls part, which is honestly the best part of his episodes.
It's the only part I really care about.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. It's usually the meat of the episode, and I know how much you like meat.
Yeah, just get me to the action, the fighting. Just let me hit John Oliver.
Because I'd actually brought
in.
up robocalls. This team might forfeit. I'd actually brought up robocalls before because that YouTuber, Some More News, you know, the news guy with the kind of disheveled look, like the ties kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
He did an episode on robocalls as well, like 3 months ago, I think. And I was talking about, I was like, man, like half of all calls are fucking robocalls now. It's crazy, and not all of them are scams. Like a lot of them are legit companies.
Yeah, and
it's getting bad.
Yeah, and like, you know, John Oliver brought up, he's just like, you know, there's good robocalls, but the majority of them aren't. Like, there's good ones like, hey, don't forget to refill your prescription or whatever, or your bank calling you about, like, you know, hey,
which is why it's about consent. You know, there's obviously some that are beneficial. God, you're on fire. Holy shit. Top corner.
Thanks. Great pass.
Just buried that shit in the top. Oh.
But this one lady in his video got like something within like I forget how many months, but she was getting like she was late on one mortgage payment.
It was like 20 calls in that one day.
In
alone.
one day, 20 robos.
Which kind of sounds like a glitch, honestly. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it sounds like a glitch, but the problem is like the glitches are allowed to remain alive because there's no real rules.
Yeah.
If there's no real rules, then they don't care. Like I said, man.
And again, this is... Go ahead.
Oh, with that, when I was at my call center, like when we had some robocall accounts, we just pounded at it. Like we just slammed it. Fucking calling people, they were political ones, and so they really didn't have rules. And so yeah, we just like 5 times a day just slammed the same people. Reset the list, go again.
Damn it. Because it ties back into our talks about regulation, and it's like some regulation is good. Like, how do you tell? You know, you got to tell a legit company, like, hey, you can't do this, because the market's not going to fix that. She can't go, well, oh, you know what? I think I'm done with Wells Fargo. I'm going to take my business elsewhere because you guys keep robocalling too much.
Yeah, but
The free market can only handle so much.
yeah.
There has to be some regulations from the government telling a business what they can't do.
And then there's there's political stuff too, the political campaigns that like they're not really a business necessarily. Like people might not vote for them, but it's not going to stop the robocalls, like calling them to ask them to vote for them. If they're not voted, if they're voted in or not voted in, either way the robocalls stop, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the free market's not going to prevent political robocalls from happening.
Oh, I almost got that guy.
Wow. We're not going to... We don't have 7 goals, thanks to you.
Oh, that's in. Is it? Oh, it's not. Wow.
No?
I just kind of drove away. That teammate was going to head for it right away.
How about fucking a G-Pie? That dude is so cringy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, it looks like I just won a free cruise, so I have to go now. Fuck off, dude. God, that was ice cold.
Smoked him. Hit it behind him. No shot. Thanks, buddy!
I was in the center hoping for a rebound or something, but nope, you just snuck it by him. These guys are not quitters, whatever else you might say about
They're not. They're trying their best to like score on us. Trying to get that Brazil. We're on fire. Shit, I'm on fire! Oh, I'm on fire! Well, yeah, one guy did quit. Yeah. It's true. But one guy came in, he didn't leave.
Yeah, that guy's not a quitter. Whenever someone comes in to replace, they usually leave after the first goal. So the fact that that guy didn't leave means he gets to be part of team not quitters. There's the Brazil!
There it is. I got 2 saves for that. I got 2 saves for that. God damn. Now no one can score anymore unless we get a hate to be you. I thought somebody was in there behind me.
A lot of goals in this game. Oh, and I did watch the cat video, Angel. That was adorable. My favorite part is how like sinister a lot of it sounds. Like then they started the Civil War or the Revolutionary War, and it's just like a cat like basking in the sun. Sounds really like scary and like they're in control, and then they're just kind of being super passive. thought that was a funny juxtaposition.
Oh, he tapped me. We ain't gonna hate to be you. Worthless match. Terrible match.
Four centered balls. I have 2 saves, 3 assists, a goal, and it thought it would tell me, it would highlight the 4 centered ball. They're not really gonna re-up, are they? Holy shit!
They're re-upping! We might get a different guy, though. We might get Blano.
Hashtag not quitters.
We got Blano.
We got Blano, okay.
Blano,
Well,
you
we
better
can
be
blame it on
good.
him. You are the variable now. You are the are you because we're the constant.
Yeah, I'm always constant every single match. Blano, I don't know what you were gonna accomplish by doing that kind of aerial. Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Oh, that bounce. I didn't like that. That doesn't have it. Ooh. I don't have boost. Now I do. Damn, I was trying to get above it and then hit it back down, but I had too much upward momentum. Oh, get him, Blano! Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't watch much videos. How'd you like my nice Discord message today? Oh boy.
yeah. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that or maybe wait. We're not on stream. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to say specific people, so it doesn't really matter that much.
I was kind of thinking maybe Justin would be here because I saw him playing Rocket League, but I guess he's playing Rocket League with people that are good.
Probably.
I don't know why.
Of
Like,
which-
if you play Rocket League with other people that are also good at Rocket League, like, where's the challenge? You just win a bunch of Rocket League games. You play with us, we suck. You don't know what you're gonna get. You know, maybe you win some, maybe you lose like a whole bunch in a row.
We're the booster packs of Rocket League
Yeah,
matches.
spice it up, man. We're the loot boxes.
I got a hollow rare. Oh. I used up all my mustard in the last match. I'm done. No more mustard for me.
So in general, I think I would say that while I do find edgy, dark, and sometimes offensive humor to be funny, I'm not a fan of like mean-spirited, offensive humor that actually like degrades a group of people.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if it's not funny. Like if you're gonna be shitty, like at least be good. At least make me chuckle and make me feel bad for laughing at it.
Teammate.
Like
Where was he? What?
I'm not trying to like start anything, but like Justin's one about the Jew noticed it when it was on clearance. That one just felt a little mean because it was a Jewish stereotype that is pretty old hat at this point. It's been around for a while, and
Yeah, it wasn't.
it didn't seem like it was like, oh, anti-Semitism, because how horrible would that be, right? You know, it'd be really shitty if you were an anti-Semite. It was actually just like, stereotypes about Jewish people. They love saving money. I know you thought it was hilarious, Angel. I know.
Yeah. I personally thought it was pretty basic for a thing. Like you
It's
said,
just
old hat.
it's like the spirit of the joke, I think, is what matters to me a lot.
Ah, shit.
And that one just it felt like it was like, Jews and money, Like, all right, sure, hilarious. It's like taking a picture of a black guy eating a watermelon. Like, am I right? He's eating a watermelon. Oh.
I had to hit that before somebody else did. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
I mean, as far as I know, Justin doesn't hate Jewish people, so it's not that like I think he's a bad person or anything. But I just feel like if it's I laugh at offensive stuff when it's pointing out like how ridiculous that is. Like if it's something racist, but it's kind of at the expense of the racists, then you know I'm all on board.
Or if it's new.
Yeah.
Blano left. He was a quitter. Look at that.
Thanks a lot, Blano. He suffered through 7-0 on that side, but then plays with us and leaves down 3-1.
Prudence, is he gonna leave? He's got some start out shit. Potentially. But yeah, if it's like a new thing that I haven't heard before, then yeah, I'll give it a good chuckle. But
yeah, he's mad because we didn't win 7-0 in the other direction. You know what? We should have called those guys noobs back when we were up 7-0 and then like not rematched them instead of assuming that because you beat somebody in one game that you're definitely going to beat him in the next one.
yeah,
They just suck at Rocket League. I don't want to blame teammate there, but he did center it for them. Like, did you see the? Oh fuck! Did you see the dumb thing I posted? Independent offending.
yeah.
See what I like about that is that it's really fucking dark, but it's not poking fun at anyone. So it's like it's kind of like offensive, but it's not really at anyone's expense. It's not like, haha, people who get sexually assaulted, don't they suck? Wow, look at this, the Brazil in the other direction. That is rare. I also kind of quit trying halfway through. But still. Back-to-back Brazil. Did we get Brazil last time?
Oh yeah, it was 7-2.
Oh, but then they scored another one. Yeah.
I'm not gonna score that. Really not gonna score that. I just want to leave now.
But I understand that it can be a gray line because I posted that thing, the book saying how to create a how to create Jew, and it was supposed to be like jewelry, or it was like how to create a jewelry store, I think, but it looks like how to create a Jew.
Right.
But that wasn't, you know, again, not this a line that I've apparently realized is that like it's not like making fun of Jewish people, or it's not like playing off of a stereotype. It was kind of like, oh shit, someone made a mistake.
Yeah.
And the fact that it looks like it was written by Ben Shapiro.
Or just a Shapiro in general, which is a Jewish name.
Well, yeah, I mean, I specifically was because I thought, you know, Ben Shapiro is what I was thinking, but yeah. So I just want to throw my 2 cents in on how I see it.
It's also one of those things that, like, while dark humor is like can be funny and whatnot, you know, he does need to understand that, like, we have a Discord with like over 30 people in it now, and most of them aren't there because they liked us for our dark humor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or political commentary, or teammate, you just okay, thank you.
He was AFK for like the first 10 seconds.
Okay, you can get that again. Just gonna not score that. So like a lot of people don't want to deal with that sort of like humor or discussion.
Yeah, they just want to be here for like the games and the lulls and shit, and they don't want heavy conversations.
Yeah, because
Right.
it also potentially makes people uncomfortable because they're expecting like a potential argument or some shit, you know, like a
Yeah. I had to flip to get away from it. I was like, if I touch this, Ashton's not gonna be able to score it. I was like, ah, get away! The ball is lava.
I did that a funny way to avoid that guy. And like, so it's almost like when you're posting these things, you now have an audience. Whether or not you're like part of this like stream or not, like if you post it in those locations, you have an audience. This
Which is
guy's
why I think,
storing
you
it,
know,
but-
having a separate channel like that is the perfect compromise.
Yeah.
Because I don't care for some of the offensive shit that he posts, just because, like I said, because I feel like it's playing off of actual harmful stereotypes. But I'm also a fan of like what could be considered offensive humor.
Yeah.
So it's not like I just want to scrub it entirely from our Discord.
Yep.
But I also don't want to feel like we're better than people just because we can find humor in that and other people get offended. I don't think that just because they get offended like makes them dumber or like more reactionary.
Right.
I mean, I guess
well,
by
it makes them more reactionary, but
by definition they're more reactionary. But like
like
I
that,
don't know,
not
like, just 'cause you
necessarily
can-
that it's a
just because you
bad
laugh
thing.
at an edgy joke doesn't make you like better than someone else.
No, and again, like the only reason why I did this, I could have told the person that made the complaint, like, well, you can get the fuck out. But you know, I listened to him. I was like, I mean, he has a valid argument, like that. Not necessarily when they were talking about potential alt-right connections, but like with like I feel uncomfortable when I read this stuff, and I don't necessarily want to be here. I'm like, well,
I think it's because he posts a lot of the offensive shit that alt-righters would also enjoy. It seems like a lot of his offensive stuff is the kind of stuff alt-righters like.
the clues are coming out. Yeah, my primarily male-dominated Discord, I think.
Whoops, I forgot to hit all yours. That's my bad.
Teammates AFK anymore.
Yeah, I should have known to go for it, but I'm not paying a lot of attention like I should.
He's too busy watching Naruto. So like, you know, like.
As far as I know, Justin's not alt-right, or I know he's said that he doesn't disagree with everything they have to say, but I think he does disagree with like the racist shit. So it's like you
Oh
can
my
laugh.
God.
You can laugh at the jokes an alt-righter likes without being an alt-righter, obviously.
Right.
But if that's all you're seeing from someone is the kind of stuff that you would expect a person who's alt-right kind of in hiding, you know, like, oh, I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Then I can see why someone, you know, is like jumping to conclusions there. They shouldn't be, but I can see how they got there.
Yeah. Oh, you hit it. Fuck. Yeah, if all you're posting is that, it's like, well. Oh, that was good.
Like, because of my somewhat left-leaning bias, I'm much more likely to post humor that's like anti-vax, because that seems to be a somewhat right-leaning conspiracy theory thing. So like dark humor about kids dying to vaccinations is something that I'm more likely to. What? That went through me. Yeah. I don't think Justin is alt-right, but I'm just saying, you know, humor that puts people down,
You got
especially
it.
from a group that's already shit on a lot. Like, because I don't agree with the Jewish religion. I would happily mock the religion itself.
I don't agree
But,
with
like,
any religion.
Yeah, but shitting on Jewish people, especially like the whole, you know, money pincher kind of thing, is just it just seems like it's poor taste for the sake of being edgy.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but also like it's the old hat thing's really big too, right? Like, but I don't know if it's because it's old hat. It seems like it's just trying to be edgy at that point. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if that amplifies it, right? Rematch, or if you want, with cold
Oh,
stays.
you were saying Ashton's defending it, not me. Alright.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I kind of like. if I didn't, I hate seeing it where people just cave in and they don't defend shit, you know, like that can be defended and they just go, yeah, okay, you know, it's wrong. It's like, well, no, like not necessarily. This is a highly nuanced kind of topic of conversation. So
I think caving would have been like banning offensive jokes entirely. You had like a compromise,
yeah.
and yeah, I think I agree with everything you wrote in there. Keep stealing my saves, you bastard. Oh shit. Steal my save, please.
Oh,
Teammate.
got him.
So the other one threw another Jewish joke at him?
It's partly that the guy. What?
I'm not
Wait,
sure
wait.
what that sentence is saying.
What do you mean, Angela?
I don't know if you want to hop in Discord, but I think that might be the easier way. Oh, fuck! Be a lot easier to talk verbally. I don't know. I don't want to be a tight ass. You know, I don't want to be like a.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be shitty and like a buzzkill.
I know. I mean, it's not perfect.
Is it- you're a little quiet. Sorry, it's a little hard to hear you.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
That's better.
That sounds the same.
Really?
Yeah.
I clicked my thing a bunch. I am talking. I am turning up the volume.
Sounds.
Oh, I think that got a little better.
Maybe it has like a
I got like
limit.
I got engine noises and freaking music.
We just let him score real quick and then like go over and bump her up in Discord.
My Discord, she's at max.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why I seem so much quieter.
Oh, you're good now.
Yeah, it's good enough for me.
I was just saying that like it's not just he's a Jew, so I'm gonna tell a Jewish joke. It's he's complaining about Jewish jokes, and so I'm just gonna throw wood on the fire.
For
And-
what?
and-
Justin?
No, the post that Justin.
Oh,
Posted.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it was a relevant one because there is the stereotype of Jews and money, and so he just took a picture of something on clearance and he bought it. So it was a relevant joke, and so it wasn't even like him making up a random joke because he was complaining about Jewish jokes. It was,
Right.
even though it's it's an old hat, as you guys are saying, like I think that's the explanation of why he chose that.
Well, he was just looking for any offensive Jewish joke just to stir the shit a little bit more.
Yeah, it kind of sounds again like edge, or to edge and stirring
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
The reason he said anything at all was to like make him mad or whatever. But
Yeah, being a little trolly,
yeah,
and that can be funny when the person deserves it. Like, there's a lot of times we're trolly bastards to people who are dicks in Rocket League, and that's good fun.
I'm not going to be able to block that. That was a screamer on both sides there. It's one of those hard things to be able to like regulate, and like, yeah, I'm amazed that Justin's like posting stuff in the regular Discord, not Unchi, like you were saying,
yeah.
because like, who does he care to have listen to it besides us? You know what I mean?
Damn it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like kind of when it first started or something, and like maybe it was like all of the like the conversation surrounding the Grookey post.
I feel like that might have been some heat right there.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
it was
shit.
like, oh, I got people going along with the joke, so I'm gonna post more stuff so that more people can maybe like, I don't know.
And what's interesting about that is that you've got
Oh my god.
like typically like a really a cute and a smiling Pokemon with something horribly dark and awful, which there's your humor is like, oh, it's like, it would be like taking Dora the Explorer and making her
or the pug
racist.
who fucking
Yeah,
raised his arm.
Yeah,
yeah.
what is that guy's name? I don't remember.
Count Dankula.
Yeah, Cow Dankula, yeah.
Yeah, see, what makes that funny is that, like, it wouldn't be funny if you didn't think the Holocaust was horrible. You're not like leaning into racism or anything like that. And then
And then he gets jailed because people think exactly that. Like, oh, he must support
Right,
Hitler
so-
because he taught his blah blah.
so like I'm not just a total buzzkillers against any offensive jokes at all. Like, I was totally on board with, like, oh, that dude he should be allowed to do that kind of. That was silly, and honestly, I can see why people find it offensive just because it brings up a tragedy. But I had no problem with that at all. But
Me neither.
the other one is just like the entire joke is just typical Jew wants a good deal. And it's just like, okay, so the butt of the joke is not only is it something we've seen before, it's like just a stereotype, but it's kind of putting down anyone who's part of that group.
Now, like, I could see the mild humor after you said that, Angel, with like putting down the person that was overly offended to a thing of Cards Against Humanity, right? Like, because it's fucking Cards Against Humanity. that is the goddamn point of the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
yeah, I have no problem with Cards Against Humanity doing that.
and I don't mind like taking a jab at that guy in particular, but
Yeah, and with that one too is like he saw that it was a pack specifically about Jews, and he should know the nature of the game, and so he chose to buy a pack that he knew would make fun of his people.
yeah, or
So,
Well,
The
I don't
group.
even know if necessarily like making fun of Jews.
well,
That's
not,
the
okay,
thing. Like,
not making fun
because
of them,
that's
but
the
would make
line
jokes with
that's the line I keep drawing. Is that like those cards are not you like making Jews the butt end of the joke. It's more like this is something incredibly dark and not something people usually joke about, and that's why it's funny.
yeah,
It's not like actually saying Jews are awful people.
yeah,
because of the way that guy thinks, making jokes, even if it's not making fun of them, like he
Right. So the guy who
it's
the guy who,
basically making fun of them for him.
yeah, Cards Against Humanity don't do anything wrong, and the guy who's like buying those packs is like, oh, this is disgraceful. How could you even like mention Jews in your game? Like that
yeah.
guy's being an idiot. I have no
Yeah.
problem making fun of that guy, but the guy, pointing out that it's on clearance is like, I'm just like a Jew. Like that guy, I think is being shitty.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's just a difference of humor, because I do like stereotype jokes. And it doesn't mean that you think less of Jewish people.
Yeah,
I mean, even if you think the stereotypes generally come from somewhere,
Exists for a
right?
reason.
Like
Everyone always goes back to that.
so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's like making a joke about them being less than human. It's just making a joke about something that's not necessarily.
I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Like, like when I was a kid and kept hearing jokes about how like white men don't have rhythm, white men aren't athletic, they can't jump. I was like, oh, fuck off. It was like that doesn't make me feel good. What the shit? Why am I being stereotyped? I just when the butt end of the joke is like putting people down or making them feel bad for who they are.
Yeah.
At least to be fair, with a religion, you can leave a religion. You have a choice to not be that.
yeah.
I mean, I do make, women can't drive jokes about myself all the time.
Like, again, like a lot of the stereotypes that like a lot of the stereotypes are like old hat at this point. So for me, it's just boredom, right? It's just like I don't necessarily like that as bringing down people, but at the same time, like some of them aren't necessarily bringing down people,
Yeah, it depends on the spirit of the joke.
But I also like to like make up fake stereotypes, like
I like that does remind me of like I don't even remember where they came from. Maybe a late night show, like or like people from Peru have laser eyes.
yeah, yeah. I was just thinking that. Or it was Puerto Rico, I think. Puerto Ricans have used laser beams for eyes, and they save people at the last second.
See, that's funny, and it's not like using stereotypes to hurt a group of people. Again, it's all about like the spirit of the joke. Like, is it mean spirited? That is constantly like what I come back to when I'm judging a joke. It's the punching up versus punching down thing that they always talk about in comedy.
Ooh, nice.
I guess I'm just a big fucking softie. I want everyone to feel good.
I'm in mostly agreement with you, Sunbro. But that people can take things like that as if, oh, I wanted to hit that out, not back.
As if you wanted to hit them.
Fuck. I just lost my train of thought because of me thinking of Rocket League.
That people will take something to be mean-spirited even when it's not.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Might be where you were going.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. And like, so with the original complaint, one of the parts of the original complaint that I got was about Sunbro's book with the label that was blocked. Yeah,
People were offended by that?
yeah, somebody said it was anti-Semitic, and I was like, I don't understand how that means that you think an entire group of people is lesser than yours.
Because now you're just in the vicinity of like, if you mention this group of people, you're being offensive to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which makes no sense.
Which is exactly the kind of thing I joke about constantly. Whenever you say like, "Oh, I really like how my car is black," it's like, "Wow, racist."
Yeah.
You mentioned the color black. You fucking racist.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of people who jump to that way too quickly. That book thing was funny because someone fucked up and did something unintentional, not because it made. How did that possibly make fun of Jewish people?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not. It doesn't belittle anybody. It's just literally like a weird statement, and it's mentioning a name, but it's also like people like this can find this to be offensive, so this is why this is bad. You know, and the fact
Yeah,
that
like with Justin's jokes, you know, like even though I think they're funny, like I know how they're, you know, offensive or whatever. Like
Right.
so you know, I get you wanting them to be in their own little house.
yeah,
But with that one,
Yeah.
that's I mean, come on.
Yeah, I might, even if you had that channel, I might not have thought to put it in there, to be honest.
yeah, that one was a bit of
Doesn't even make sense.
a stretch.
I do
but-
like jokes where it's like, when they had the new Mac that came out and it was available in white and black, and someone's like, "I'm gonna get the black one because you know it'll run faster." Yeah, that makes me laugh.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes
Jesus.
me laugh, and it's kind of like, it's not making fun of black people. It's kind of being like, it's almost, you know, complimentary. So I don't see.
It's a positive stereotype.
I guess you could say it might be negative towards white guys, but the spirit of that joke is like, it's funny because black people run fast, and I don't see that as a negative, harmful, offensive thing. I don't see any black person being like, laying up at night, upset that. What's up,
Virus. How you doing,
Virus.
man?
I had a lot of wood. Looking at your wood.
Nice wood, Virus.
I love looking at.
It was
Fair.
really sexy because you wear glasses.
I'd fuck your glasses.
Um,
Or like the Family Guy joke where it shows the Washington Monument and it says, and over there is the Obama Monument, and it's like way taller. It's the big phallic monument. It's like way bigger than Washington's. So I guess I can also enjoy stereotype jokes, but again, it's like the spirit of the joke.
people
If it's making fun of racists or
People-
whatever, I'm
don't like the
bored.
positive stuff either, though, because they're just like
That's
tired
true.
tired of hearing it.
It's what you said?
They're tired of hearing it because like, ha ha ha, I get it. I run like people calling people, I don't know, four eyes or some shit with glasses.
God, I'm
Like-
so sick of that.
Like it's just kind of like, yeah, okay. Even though like having four eyes is inherently bad, you're just like, okay, I get it. All right, whatever.
I think I got a lot of that with Justin's one about the guy
Ah.
on clearance. It's just like, I've seen the Jewish people are finish their money jokes.
Ooh. No, there was a guy. No shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
I guess there was like a large. Oh boy, here we go. There was a large concentration of Jew jokes. I saw it coming. I was like, I've got to now. There in our Discord, we had a high concentration of Jewish jokes there. And again, see, that joke there was not at the expense of Jews. It was more like, how fucked up it was that they were in
Yeah.
concentration camps.
And you happen to say that word in that sentence. It's
Yeah.
no pun intended kind of sentence.
It was very much. I recognized my fun ahead of time, and I all aboard on that one.
Oh, it's also like whenever these jokes are made, like the concentration one, it's not making light of a goddamn tragedy. It's not like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. It's like, well, no, but like you can make a joke about anything. That doesn't mean that something's any less serious, right? I can make a cancer joke, but I've known like people to die of cancer. That doesn't mean anything. My mom
Yeah,
had
I mean,
cancer, for God's sakes.
I thought I was gonna be not cool with suicide jokes after what I went through, but it's like even if it makes me think of that and it makes me sad, like the jokes can still be funny.
Right.
So I guess it's not that Justin was offending me. It's just like God, have better offensive jokes. No, I'm just-
Nope, I'm not doing good this match.
There's more to a good joke than just stating a stereotype.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like if it feels like it's just edgy, just to be like, oh look how edgy we all are. It just feels like we're a bunch of 14-year-olds like passing around the offensive jokes they heard from their uncle.
Isn't that people are gonna have a negative reaction to this? Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's get a reaction out of people. But I mean, if it still makes you laugh, Angela, because it clearly does. I don't want to take away joy out of your life either. Make you feel bad for like finding something funny.
Yeah. Well,
You can't make me feel bad.
I
I mean, unless you like insult me personally, like something that I'm self-conscious about. That's the only way you can offend me personally.
God, I've been meaning to talk to you about your lips, Angel. Holy fuck.
yeah.
Oh no.
Way too big.
Way too big.
Actually, Angel's lips are nice and small. Small
Yeah,
lip. I would give Angel's lip a nice suckle, So just a nice little. Anyway, now that we've ranted about this for a while, Virus, how you doing?
I feel like we need to talk about it though. It's been a thing today.
Yeah. I wrote a very long thing about it. Good eating dinner. Oh, what are you eating? Ah, shit though.
Oh, good, right into the goalie.
Nice one to do.
Let me just put it 5 miles over the.
Oh,
goal
he
instead of
caught
in
it. Ooh, nice. Oh no! Deep fried pork chop and nudes.
This sounds Asian. Is it Asian?
Yeah, that sounds really good. Oh, I really want some deep fried, like some sesame chicken or something.
There's some nudes in the Discord.
I forgot to look in Baka Hentai at the dumb thing that I posted last night in response to Virus's thing.
Good old Jack Douglas.
Yeah, I read that. I was just like, is that Jack's Films? Did he actually do this? Oh, Justin posted the ice cream thing.
Yeah, he put that in general. I was like, I feel like that should be Baka Hentai.
Yeah.
People are trying to look at the Discord while potentially at work or in front of their family. And
Damn, Virus.
That is not
That is a
Asian,
paper
but it
plate.
still looks good.
there's not, yeah, it's not Asian noodles necessarily, but it looks. Oh man, I didn't have that much dinner, and that looks really good. I want it.
I was expecting some some pushback from Justin after like twice now. I was like, you should probably put that in another channel. I was expecting him to not be too excited about having to keep moving things around, but so far he's been doing it like of his own volition.
While at Kanye best.
Oh, I'm not giving you shit for the paper plate.
Wait, what?
I get it.
What's the
Do
Kanye
you
best thing?
recycle your paper plates?
Ooh. Save
Probably
that.
not.
Save that environment virus. Environment.
Ooh, good one. Humans are the real virus on planet Earth.
Oh, so we're back to the anti-vax thing.
Oh god.
Oh, I wanted to hit that.
Yeah, like the Cyanide and Happiness comic. It's like, I don't think people should be getting vaccinations. Like, oh, come on, dude, they save lives. He goes, yeah, that's the problem. I think we should solve it. Overpopulation.
Okay, good virus. Last players was called Kanye Best.
These guys are
Oh, I didn't even realize. I half the time don't look at the names. Oh, Sunbro, I thought you had that. Man, I should have,
I don't know what happened there. I had a lot more backwards momentum than I realized. Look at that, I just kind of kept going.
Big boss. Metal Gear of the Shagalot.
Liquid!
Snake. Did you see that you know all the comments were disabled thing that I posted the other day from
All
the
the
Reddit
comments-
post, where or not disabled.
Yeah, they were removed.
they were
That
removed,
happens, like,
yeah.
all the time on Reddit.
but not in the
I haven't
Metal
seen
Gear
it.
subreddit.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Like, I was just like, I see something about, oh, Snake says that trans rights are good. I was just like, all right, I'll just hear his, like, I'll hear, like, Snake say anything he says. I don't give a shit. And, like, I think it's, like, lame to give him, like, just lame to me to give him a political commentary like that. Like, Metal Gear's filled with political commentary, don't get me wrong, but, like, you know, relevant political commentary. I want to hear
Yeah.
I want to hear Snake talk about, like, nukes and, like, teammate says no problem, then leaves. Or I want to hear him say something totally outlandish that Snake wouldn't, like, say ever. And uh-oh.
Parkour.
Yeah, parkour. But whatever, like, it was fine. Like, paying him to say that's fine. Like, he's not saying a bad thing either, so. I just wasn't as
Yeah, it's
entertained
not like
by
he
it.
was saying the opposite.
Yeah. I just wasn't entertained. But when you hop in there and you see comment is disabled like crazy, you're like, oh, or not
Yeah,
disabled,
removed.
Comment is removed. I'm like, oh god. And then I read there was one of them that was still there, and oh boy, was it like, it was not good. It was like, oh yeah, I could see why they're removing shit. There's people like saying, like.
That's great. Just a comment about the aftermath itself.
Oh no, like the comment that I saw wasn't about the aftermath. It was like, it was an actual comment. I was saying I could see why they removed this shit.
Oh, I thought, okay. So that's a lot of times that's the only thing that's left is like, shit, everything's getting deleted in here.
Like, there were a lot of people just yelling at each other. That one guy's saying that all trans people have, like, mental illness and need to be treated and stuff. I was like, all right, that's a bit of a stretch, dude. Like,
I mean, I think they should be.
Oh boy, here we go. I knew trans rights was gonna be.
Well, you know, just like the thing that Justin posted. Like, I'm not saying that, like, they're bad and they should be, you know, electroshock therapied or anything. I'm just saying other things should be ruled out before you start giving people hormones and shit, you know?
Maybe. I don't know
maybe.
enough about it.
I don't think permanent, like, body alterations should be just given out like they are.
I mean, plastic
I think
surgery
I'm- I think
is,
I'm
I don't really... But if they need help in other aspects, you know, I think that's, like, they should get help.
Yeah.
But
I
it's a-
absolutely think it should not be given to minors under any
Oh,
circumstances.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what an adult wants to do, and I don't know.
Yeah, if an adult wants to do
just
it, I don't
shouldn't
give a
be.
shit.
It shouldn't be unchallenged. Like if they, you know, are studied unbiasedly, and it's decided that, like, yes, they, like, want to be a woman because they want to be a woman, you know, then yeah, do it. And then, you know, maybe it still comes out later that, oh, you know, like, it was actually stemming from something else and they just didn't catch it. You know, that's a legitimate mistake or whatever. But, like, just okay, no questions asked, here you go. I don't support that.
I like I said, like, they do that with
But, like-
plastic surgeries, so I don't really
Yeah,
care.
who does it harm other than that person?
Yeah, if the person wants to fuck up their own life, I don't really care. Or, you know, and if it does make them better, I don't really, like, neat. But
I guess,
if
like, with, like, I see where you're coming from, but the plastic surgery either can be altered again. Like if you turn your penis into a vagina, I mean, I guess I don't know how hard it is to turn it back into a functional penis.
It's a huge process. There's no question. It's a big change. And
Yeah,
and
if
if
you don't
you're saying, if you're advising people to get, you know, examined by a therapist or whatever the right term is, if you're advising them to, I think that is good advice. But, like, forcing them to, I mean, they should certainly talk to their doctor. And I don't know. I don't know enough about it to say that they need, like, mental examinations. I think it is possible that some people are going to be unwilling. Oh, I could have had
I
that.
think everything's a case-by-case basis. Like, there's... Like, there are going to be some people that have some sort of mental illness of some sort, right? Some people they're gonna have some sort of... People have, like, personality disorders, right? That could potentially drive them into making such a decision. So first, the personality disorder should be treated, but, like, hell, if the person wants to, like, do it regardless and they're a functioning adult, then, like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Then the question of functioning.
Right.
comes.
I mean, if they don't need a guardian, like, that's functioning adult. That's...
Yeah. I don't know. It's one thing to say, you know, I have self-esteem issues because I have tiny boobs. Versus, like, I have severe PTSD and I like identity confusion or whatever, and so. Like,
And I do think it's possible that they're scared to tell someone not to have a sex change because they're worried about being called transphobe. I think that might actually be a serious problem.
that's exactly the problem I'm talking about. Is they should have no fear of questioning.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I mean,
Like, do you really want to do this? And I was thinking too, like, you said, who does it harm other than themselves? Well, it can harm the people they love too, to some extent. Like, you know, if somebody has anorexia, you know, technically, physically, it's only harming them. But everyone around them who cares about them, like, wants them to get help. And I know that's not totally the same thing, because anorexia is just bad no matter what. But
Yeah,
like,
because I think the thing I keep coming back to is that case that Justin posted, from what I did read, sounds like that person did make a mistake. But I would be careful about assuming that's, like, a vast majority of cases. It seems like there's a lot of people that had the change and then are like, they are living more fulfilled lives and they're happy with their choice. Like we can't just.
There are plenty of people who do seem, you know, happy once they, you know, transition or whatever. But there are like I think there are enough people who decide that they wish they hadn't, that it should be, I don't know. All I'm saying is that it should just be challenged. It shouldn't just be taken at their word. That's all I'm saying. It shouldn't be like, I don't
Imagine
know
if they said that to gay people, though. You know, like, well, are you really sure you're gay? Like, have you tried enough dicks yet?
But I mean,
no, but
it's not like a life-altering treatment.
Yeah.
While
I mean, you take one dick in the ass and you know whether or not you like it.
potentially, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. You're simplifying it. But it's sometimes it can be some sort of medical problem for some of these people, but it's only like we don't know like what percentage, but whatever the case, like probably more research should be done in the subject in order to make, and like doctors should maybe potentially question people, but it's not like, don't prevent them from doing it, just like bring it up. Be like, well, why do you want this? And if they say some stuff like some signs that potentially point out that they could have some sort of like multiple personality disorder or something like that, then be like, well, like ask more probing questions and be like, what happens with this? You know, I'm no doctor. I don't know what the probing questions would be, but like,
yeah, I'm not going to argue against someone like having a good consultation with a doctor and maybe even a psychologist or psychiatrist, whichever one is the right one there. I'm obviously not going to be against that. I do think that trans people get a lot of shit in other areas, though. The whole like, you can't change your biology. You're not a real woman, kind of thing.
Yeah, that
I
shit's
think
stupid.
stuff like that's unnecessary. You know, like they're not wrong technically, but it's mean. And
I watched a ContraPoints video, and she brought up the whole thing of like, would you tell a stepmom that she's not a real mom because she doesn't have the biological, same DNA shit as her child? It's like, no, we're gonna call you and treat you as a real parent. We can call and treat someone a woman even if they don't have that biology. You can't see their fucking chromosomes.
And I know what video you're talking about too, because I watched it, and I'm mostly agreed with her.
It's gatekeeping.
And I'm
what is it that
totally
you didn't agree with?
Just
because I look at it as like, it's not bothering me at all. If they're an asshole to me, if they're like, I can't believe you used the wrong pronoun, then that person's just an asshole. It's not even about like the gender things. Like, you're just being a dick. Like if I use the wrong pronoun because I couldn't quite tell, then fuck you. But other than that, how does it affect me at all?
Politely correct me, and I totally agree with that. Like, I am like, once I know, like if you look like you want to be a girl, even if you look like you're just a man in some makeup, like, I'm gonna call you she. Like, I don't give a shit. But like, okay, for one, don't make me call you she or whatever.
Yeah, that's
stupid.
That's tough because like, I agree with you on that, mainly because our language has been made to have these pronouns where we don't have to think about it, and so changing like how we think about stuff is a bit hard. And like, imagine you can create another section that you could classify yourself as. Just make one up. It's no longer gender. It's flibs. And what flib are you? I'm a beep flib. And like, in order to address me as a beat flib, you must end all of your sentences with the word gibbers. Like, it just like, I'm not gonna. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Within reason, though, I feel like I would alter my language if it was a person I cared about and I
Yeah,
wanted
if
them to feel happy. I'm not gonna just start throwing around G for every person I meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I can make some concessions for one extra set of pronouns, but you don't need like 15. Like three sets of pronouns is enough.
I honestly wish we only had one. Like,
That would be better.
that
Yeah.
would be.
I just I don't like the gender specific pronouns in general. I don't like gender being a fucking category at all. Like I don't care.
It should really only be relevant in medicine,
Yeah, because I don't.
in which they do need your biological sex.
Yeah. Okay. So let me walk back, or not really walk back, but let me argue some of the other sides. Is that when it comes to your doctor, tell them what fucking biology you are, and you know, sit your ass down. And I also think that sports events, it should also matter.
Yes.
Like it seems a
Yeah.
little silly how many guys are, you know, changing over. And I'll call you she, but like if you're gonna go in and just destroy, you know, people that were born a woman, that seems a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Not that I even give a shit like who the deadlift champion for women
Yeah.
is, but still, like you're kind of taking it away an accomplishment.
Yes, because you do have a natural
Yeah,
advantage.
that is. That's not
Generally,
me being sexist. Like you got advantages from your biology there that no woman could ever match.
Yeah, and you know a lot of the like sports record stuff is being like just obliterated by trans women. I did see something. I don't know if I know all the facts on that. But there's nice. There's like I think it was a girl that started taking like hormones and stuff to be a boy. And so like once you start getting testosterone, then you do have an advantage, even if you're biologically a woman.
Yeah.
And you know he is like dominating the women because he's like being forced to wrestle only women because he's biologically a woman.
Yeah, and again, please do not fuck with the hormones or chemistry of children. What the fuck?
Yeah. Like that's just so good.
I will never move on that point.
Once it's solidified in a direction, because like we don't have proper research in that sort of topic, and you can potentially fuck up your kid. Like,
Oh yeah.
once they're 18, who cares? Like, but,
I am kind of. I don't really know where I sit on like where the age cutoff should be because I'm pretty sure we all know technically your brain doesn't stop developing until like 25. So
yeah.
like maybe. I mean, I know that's a long time to wait, and it really sucks if you know that's what you want to do, and even after 25, you know that's what you want to do, and it sucks, and I'm sorry, but like we have to know. I mean, I don't know.
You can live as a woman before getting an operation done, and I think that's part of
but like
why
hormones
society
too.
needs.
Like hormones, you know, are more accessible, I think, and so you know having to wait that. If you had to wait that long to get your hormones.
I mean, we let people smoke, so I don't really care if like they fuck.
That's true. I'll give you that.
I would kind of rather kids never smoke as well.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
kids. I'm just talking about like once they turn 18, though. Like, I wish no one had
Yeah.
smoked, but
Yeah.
like when they turn 18, it's like you can fuck up your body all you want, man. Like,
Yeah, now it's your turn to fuck it up how you want.
but more research needs to be done and that sort of thing, and doctors can give warnings. Ah, the guy went back.
It's a tough.
If society wasn't so shitty to them, you know, maybe they'd be happier waiting a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
Yeah, it's just like
maybe there really would be people that are legitimately just like they're happy being cross-dressers. Like that's all they need, you know, without being talked shit about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I wish.
You know, just let me wear my dress and have my beard and call me she. That's fine.
Yeah, sure, why not? Like with my thing of like hating gender in general, like, because when somebody says like talking about being a man, I'm like, yeah, but what makes you a man? It's like it doesn't.
That's what Pay Money Wubby was talking about.
Like, who the fuck cares, man? If you want to be a dude that like wears a dress, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I don't,
Really thought teammate had that.
and I wouldn't want to just call you a dude either. Like, I don't really care. I don't care about gender identity because again, I can make up 20 new categories and each one has 20 new variables, and it just doesn't mean anything because anyone could be in any category and it's no longer descriptive. Like, it doesn't. If anyone has admission to a category, the category loses description. And it just so
I'm okay with like basic descriptions. You know, I do like, you know, having sort of like man and woman and there's tomboy. I wish there was a tomboy for men, for girly men, but
the sissy maybe.
sound yeah.
Yeah, that's very derogatory.
Is it?
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
Sissy is?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Quit being such a fucking sissy.
Oh well, no, I see it in porn though. Like, there's a sissy category for dudes. Yeah. So I don't know if it's like if that is derogatory and.
It is absolutely derogatory. I've
In
had
that.
it used
Yeah.
against me.
Well, no. I mean, when you're calling somebody a sissy, but I don't know if it's like changed or whatnot. Like,
Maybe a porn category has sprung up. You would know better than me, but
well, no, a porn category has, but like, or maybe it's only like, maybe it's like not derogatory in that sense. I don't know,
Maybe.
but
Yeah, I don't know. I am the
Also,
type of
thank
person just
God.
to like categories, so you know that's just a thing for me. But I don't want like 500. You know, you're girl, you're a tomboy, you're a man, or you're a girly man.
I
or
don't yet.
whatever.
I personally don't like any of the distinctions. Like, for me, it's like, it only matters if I want to date you, and if I want to date you, I just want to know if you have a vagina, and then I can start probing other questions, right? Like, because I want to
also
have.
it's not transphobe if you don't want to date a trans person. By the way,
I
No,
agree, yeah.
full fucking stop. I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's that in general. Also want to make the statement. I don't know if we said it, that like, just because some trans people may or may not or have had mental illness, that doesn't make all of them have mental illness, or even a majority of them.
And
Unless-
that's where we started. Was you were saying like they were implying that all trans people had mental illnesses.
Yeah, and they're not freaks either. Like, who cares?
Yeah, no, I agree with they're not freaks. I think gender dysphoria in itself is kind of
I think it is a mental illness.
yeah.
Like, that doesn't.
I mean,
That doesn't mean you're like a fucked up human being.
No, it doesn't mean there's you know, quote unquote anything wrong with you. That's not like
Yeah. Well, I guess what I mean by that is like, yeah, the fact that there's nothing wrong with you. You don't point at them and be like, yeah, well, you just have a mental illness, therefore you're worse, or something like that.
it's like I think you know like gender dysphoria is the only brain abnormality, and you know that comes with other stuff.
Yeah, so I guess what it is we need to stop having such a stigma on the words mental illness. We
Yeah,
should be
for
able to
sure,
say
yeah.
gender dysphoria is a mental illness, because I think they would agree like something is wrong. I don't feel right in this
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
So
if
even
you
they would
aren't
agree that
happy with who you are.
yeah,
then-
something is wrong, but that doesn't. Like, so this is as it always comes back to is like if we're not trying to put down this group of people, that's what my thing always is like if we're treating these people with respect and love, then
I have no
I
boost.
think that's where it's always going to come back to for me.
because I mean, like, I have anxiety. Like, that doesn't make me lesser of a person or anything.
Yeah, you're lesser of a person for other reasons.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say I was such a nice turn in my life when I realized I could be okay with my like feminine side, I guess would be the way to say it. Like,
Oh my
I
God,
like the color
yes.
pink. I like the color pink, and it felt great to just be like, you know what, fuck you. I like this color. Like this dude in Magic the Gathering that you know, he just had these bright pink deck sleeves, and I was like, I can't believe he's using bright pink. That's such a girly color. I mean, I love it, but I would never do that. And then I was like, you know what the fuck am I doing? Like, if you're so scared of your masculinity that you're afraid of a color, that's like the most girliest babyish thing I can think of.
That's
You're terrified of what people might think of you because you like a color or you like puppies.
why I hate the gender assignment thing. Is just like, because like,
Yeah,
what does it mean to be a man? It's like,
extremes like that, like where, you know, like you're not a real man if you like pink. You know,
And-
yeah, sure. Like it can be a thing where, like, you know, men in general, you know, they're the ones that usually go into STEM, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that doesn't mean that women can't do
Right.
that.
Yeah,
right.
it just doesn't line up with some of their typical interests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be more of the biological side of it than the.
Yeah, and that's partly why I am okay with like categories like that, is because there are differences.
I specifically don't like identity. The
Okay,
identity part of it, because again, like, if you give somebody an identity and go, what does this exactly mean? It doesn't mean anything. Anyone can join that category. Anyone can join
Yeah,
that
it's just
identity.
a vague thing.
Like I'm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm man, and my dad said, "Oh, men don't think things are cute," and fuck,
Yeah,
I think
fuck
tons of
that.
things are cute. You fucking,
Yeah.
you shut your mouth.
That is a human thing. That's part of what makes us human. With
Oh,
liking
you're-
cute things.
Yeah, your pink thing actually reminded me of like, I actually used to feel the exact same way as that, because like, you know,
You didn't want to like
I-
pink?
Yeah, I wanted to be a tomboy, like I was always, you know, a tomboy, more so in the past than I am now, way more so in the past, and I was like totally fine when I don't want to do my nails, I don't give a shit. But you know, like it was like I did kind of like pink, but I never wanted to wear it, otherwise like, oh, people might think I'm girly.
Yeah.
And you know, like I just wanted to wear my all black. I wanted to be goth, even though my parents wouldn't let me.
That's why you wanted to.
I legitimately think that like my desire to be goth would have. I mean, I absolutely would have shown off all my awesome goth clothes or whatever. But like, you know, I would be. I wouldn't have held on so tightly if they had just fucking let me do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, just.
You kids want to rebel. I didn't. I was a pansy. I was a fucking sissy.
I was a little bit of a wuss, like, you know, I was afraid.
Alcohol? Excuse me, sir. That's illegal. We are too young for that. Boy, I saved you from a real life-altering mistake there, young man. I've been a 35-year-old middle-aged man my whole life.
Yeah, but now I'm like, you know what? My fucking favorite color's pink, and I'm still a tomboy.
Oh god, I almost scored that.
For me, it was a lot of the stuff that I started hearing with like beer and shit like that. Like, you're not a real man unless you like beer, and I'm like, I hate beer. Beer's absolutely disgusting.
Oh, it has to be the right kind of beer too.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
don't drink that sissy ass
the 3-2 shit.
blue ribbon.
Oh, rednecks love their paps, though.
Yeah, it's really hard to think of shit while you're playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a sissy beer. I guess Mike's Hard Lemonade, maybe.
There you go.
I love, like, that's the thing, is like, fuck yeah. If I'm gonna drink any alcoholic beverage, it's gonna be the most fruity beverage
Yep.
and taste the least like alcohol. I like cute anime girls. I like even the non-fuckable ones, right? Like, I'll look at what the anime. Oh shit! I'll look at what the anime girl's wearing. I'll be like, God, that's a great like outfit. Like I love that.
Oh, look at her accessorizing.
That's why I think none of it matters. Like,
Doesn't make you less of a man. It also doesn't make you gay. Like, as
Yeah.
it turns out, you can like cute shit and not still want to bang a dude.
yeah,
Who would have thought?
Yeah,
those.
my friend also brought up like hairstyles. You know, he has long hair and he wants to do fun stuff with it, like you see women do all the time. But he's like,
Yeah, we know who Justin
Oh.
is. You can just say Justin.
actually, he hates doing anything with his hair.
It's just funny because
Yeah,
he's got long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's it's sad that he feels like he can't do it because maybe people make fun of him or something.
I mean, a lot of it was pressure from my parents, like not to be gay and not to like cute or girly things. They also questioned me because two of my best friends were black, and they're like, you seem to only have black friends. What's up with that?
Oh,
Like, what the fuck?
oh.
Even back then, I was like, Jesus, holy shit.
Yeah, that ain't right.
And then let's say it was like, well, is that a problem? No, it's not a problem. It's just we noticed it.
Can we
It's not a problem. What-
It's not a problem. We just thought it was something we should bring up.
yeah, we should have a discussion about potentially. Like, what the fuck?
I guess that might be why I'm so cautious and quick to look for that kind of coded messaging, that dog whistling type stuff, is because I've seen it, and
Yeah.
let me tell you, some of the rednecks that I've been around, holy shit. Georgia is not a good place when it comes to. Well, like Atlanta was actually great because it's so diverse. Like, it's hard to be a racist in Atlanta because there's so many different people there. You have to live with them. You have to see people of all different races. If you're racist, you're gonna be like losing your mind. So it's so integrated.
Yeah, that's why big cities are typically more.
But goddamn, when you get out into the sticks, like they're trucks, like they're beer. And God, there's a church fucking every 2 miles. There's churches across from each other.
I'm trying to think if there was people around here that were like really racist that I knew in my childhood. Because despite having like I think we have a low black population here.
Yeah,
Um,
there weren't very many.
yeah, I just don't know what the percentage is though compared to like the national average. You know what I mean? Because it could have been like, what is it, like 13% or something? I don't remember what the national average is. Like,
13% is the national thing.
and I
Wow,
don't-
you guys just know how many black people are in the U.S. You just have that offhand, huh?
yeah.
To be fair, there are memes.
Is there?
Yeah,
Always
not,
Googling. How many
I'm
of them
not
are there
going to
now?
repeat.
Oh god.
Every morning. you
Every
just-
morning.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
national
has it
percentage?
changed?
Did you see the new Bitcoin price? Yeah, but have you seen the new black? God, that's pretty fucked up.
But
See,
like,
I like offensive jokes too.
but like, I don't know what the percentage is here, but there wasn't a lot in my school. But I don't remember there being a lot of racism.
BP.
Yeah, I feel like I never really.
But I didn't hang out with the real rednecks, so I couldn't like tell you really.
I kind of got that pretty quickly when I started hanging out with you and Justin, because you guys were constantly pointing out things where people were overblowing it to seem racist even when it wasn't. I'm like, yeah, you're right. What are these idiots talking about? That wasn't racist at all. But that was like constantly the storyline, as if racism like wasn't really a thing anymore. I was like, man, have you guys not like experienced any racism? Do you think every time it's overblown? Because there are actual instances of it. I think it's just a difference in the atmosphere we were raised in.
Yeah, because I don't think there was a lot. Oh shit, a lot here. At the most, there was like racist jokes, right? But you know, we were fucking.
You're gonna get that everywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna get that everywhere. We joked about everything though. We didn't give a shit. Anything that's sensitive or potentially bad, we joked about it.
Because it's sensitive.
Yeah, because again, we were edgy teenagers, so. But like, I don't think we actually made fun of anyone for the race. Like so I don't. I remember someone tried to call me out. I've said this story many times. Someone tried to call me. Oh my god, this is awkward. This is just awkward. I don't know what's happening. Someone tried to call me out where I was like just telling a story about I was like, there was a Mexican guy in a truck at a gas station. And he pulled up to the gas tank, or the gas pump, and his gas tank was on the other side of his car. So then he drove around, like, he just did, like, a thing to the other side, so his gas tank was still on the wrong side. And I laughed at him. So I told the story, and the one girl's like, why did it matter if you called him a Mexican? What did that matter? I was like, I was just, like, being descriptive in the story. I didn't even need to say he had a truck. Like,
Yeah.
But I said he had a truck. I wasn't, like, trying to say that all Mexicans are stupid or something. Or, like, typical Mexican doesn't know how to pump his gas for some stereotype.
Yeah.
Like, no. And I called him a dude, too. Like, I was just telling a story.
There was a person at the gas station who pulled up on the wrong side of
The pump with their vehicle.
pump. Yep.
In Mystery Land. In Vague Town. Don't want to get too descriptive.
Yeah.
So
Don't want to paint a picture in anybody's mind.
it was like just bringing up the fact that he had a race was like bad. I was like, oh, come on.
I will say that I think there was a little bit of racism towards Mexicans over there.
At the school?
I'd like. I mean, kind of like. I don't know. Not like a bunch of like not like intense racism. Just like.
I mean, I don't remember, but that was the biggest demographic, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Besides
There's
white.
a lot of them.
And there are definitely levels of racism.
Yeah.
Like people talk about, I have a black friend, so how could I be racist? And that's that's not like a great defense, but if it's true, if you really are friends with a black person, it at least says that you're not level 10 racist, where you like fuck
Yeah.
every black person I meet. Well, not fuck them.
Whoa.
DEFCON 10.
Yeah, like you can have a black friend and still be a racist.
Yeah.
But it does at least say that you're not like at that level. Because a super racist would not have a black friend because they would hate like every black person.
Yeah.
But like if your grandmother's like, and on the plane, is it possible if I could get a seat that's not next to a black person?
Yeah, that's all.
I'm sorry, African American. Like you'd be like, holy shit, that's fucking racist. Mostly the racists and homophobes are starting to die out, thankfully.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think it's becoming less of a problem for sure.
And at the very least, the people who have those tendencies don't speak up about it because they are afraid of people.
Yeah, they
like,
feel social pressure not to.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is why I think that's important. I think it's important that we voice an opinion that like there should be social pressures not to be racist. Like, yeah, don't say everything is racist when it's not, but I do think applying social pressure is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a large reason why I didn't voice my anti-gay opinions when I was in high school, and I had a lot of friends that I didn't know at the time were gay, and thank God I didn't say anything to them. So I feel fucking terrible about it now. It was largely because I knew it was politically incorrect to be mean to gay people. It's like political correctness can have its. He was coming.
I know, I know.
So was I. I know political correctness can be a stain and a cancer, but it can do good things.
Yeah. Oh, I was just trying to give it a little tap, but I accidentally gave it a pinch. Again, we know the parts that political correctness is bad. It's where people create new definitions where things are instantly bad all of a sudden. Again, the African American craze that happened in like the early noughties, where it was like it was PC to call them African American and not black.
Yeah.
I still think that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Somehow saying they're black is.
It's like, they're
People don't use black to be racist, you know?
it's literally a color. Like, it doesn't...
Yeah.
And if you're gonna call... Let's do one rumble. If we're gonna call, like, us white, like, sure, they were calling us, like Caucasian or whatever, but, like...
I do hate how often people will throw around white boy. Like
Yeah.
that feels fucking
that's
racist.
Yeah, it's kind of become like sure there are people who say like oh, this black guy, but like
It's all about intent. That's why you can't monitor words like so harshly, because like it's so much is about intent. You could say African American and be racist.
Yeah.
Oh man, I pulled up the gas station. There was this African American. You're like, oh fuck you.
Yeah, they put
like,
that
oh,
they put that tone on it.
Politically correct, you know? It's like it's all about the intent.
Yeah,
And then you can absolutely say the N-word and not be racist with it.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh thank God it was frozen. Oh, it's still bad though. I accidentally hit the button for my plunger. I didn't mean to. Like that rapper that brought up a white girl to sing his song, and then is like, no, you can't say that. It's like, what did you expect her to do? Just like skip that word in the song? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like you like I feel like he did it on purpose. Cause he brought specifically a white girl up, specifically for that song, that he says that word, like, every other fucking word.
Unless he just assumed that she would know to... Unless he just thought that that was, like, the thing you're supposed to do. Ah! I think my rumble powers have been more of a detriment than a help so far. But I do think that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because again, it's about intent. Was she trying to be racist? Obviously not.
Yeah, and this song wasn't even using the hard R.
I'm not even a fan of the whole like, did you end in a hard R thing? Like, it shouldn't matter. It's all about how you say it. You can say it in either way and be racist or not be racist. It depends on how you're trying to come across.
Just like saying the N-word, that phrase. I literally just said the word. It puts the exact same word in your mind, but all of a sudden intent is gone. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's kind of childish. Like
it is.
Like, we can't be adults and just accept that this word exists.
Oh my god. Oh, they froze it. Yeah, if you walked up to somebody randomly on the street, pointed at them and called them an a-hole, you wouldn't be fine with it because they used the A. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
yeah, it has the exact same meaning. Your
it is weird.
It's most likely exactly the same.
It is weird how people act. People argue that like black people own that word now because they were mistreated in the past and it was used horribly. Which it's like, okay, that's a good reason for me not to use that word, and I won't, because I agree that it has been used to be a harmful, shitty word. So I'm gonna remove that from my vocabulary. But to say like, no, we own that word, so we're allowed to use it how we want to use it. But you guys are not allowed to because you haven't earned that right. It's like, what the fuck did you do to earn that right? You're like 20 years old. You were not alive during any of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, one could argue that the racism that they experienced in their life, but still, like no.
But yeah, does that mean that white people own the word cracker now and are allowed to tell you when you can and can't say it?
Yeah, no, it's
And this is coming from someone who has agreed to remove a word from his vocabulary. Like, yeah, sure, I will not say that word anymore. But also, it's pretty fucked up for you to get on your high horse and say that you own a sound that my mouth can make.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know, I've seen before, like, calling into question, bringing that together with like another PC argument of like cultural appropriation or whatever. Like, it's like, oh well, technically white people invented that word, so.
Yeah, you're appropriating white culture by taking our word away from us.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation is a whole nother can of worms that we don't have time for because this stream is almost over. But I have a lot to say about that as well.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, it's all about intent and whether you mean to harm someone and be like a dick to an entire group of people. That is, again, the same line that I draw for every argument, but I think there might be some nuance in there.
Yeah, there's
Oh
a little bit of nuance.
shit! Oh my god. It's just, you know, it's time for me to die. It's the end.
My time has come.
Life has been tortured ever since this match started.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I give life like a 4 out of 10, honestly.
Yeah.
For one, too much water, as in like, why is 70% of the Earth undrinkable water? What was up with that?
And like 90% of me is water. That's
I
way
don't think
too
it's
much.
90, but it is a lot.
Yeah, it's a big percentage.
And like, a whole bunch of it's uninhabitable.
Yeah.
Also, like, why do I have to breathe every fucking 30 seconds? Like, can I just take like one breath for the day and just be done?
Why can't I breathe water?
Yeah.
That would be cool too.
There's oxygen in it.
That'd make more sense. There's so much fucking water.
Why do I drink water and eat food through the same holes that I breathe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is the fun
Is that-
factory next to the sewer?
This is too much multitasking going on there. Why does like 40% of humans have shitty eyesight? What's up with that? Can we get a better design on the eyeball, please?
Or our teeth
Yeah.
destroy themselves and get infections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
can
was-
we have new ones?
I was gonna say, like, not only are my eyes fucked up, but my teeth are also fucked up.
Yeah.
The appendix is better at killing you than anything else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's a few design flaws. So I would not recommend life. You know, maybe if they patch it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
come out with some DLC. Time for some Zelders.
Time for some Zelda.
Boy, I'm excited.
Yeah.
No more controversial talk.
Yeah.
I need food in my belly, then I will be there.
Me too. I need to grab a snack.
Bye-bye.
I need to pee. Bye bye.
Alright, burb, Stram.